Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Thursday morning here in the United Kingdom and we are ready for some more spins. My name's Adam, I'm going to be spinning the wheel for you as always for the next 45 minutes. Let's get the wheel in motion and we're going to do something a little bit different to start off today. I'm going to be spinning left-handed. Left-handed is my weaker direction, I need to practice it, so what better way than with us here at the wheel today. Clear marquee, new timer, let's get the spins underway. 45 minutes for the spins, let's go for the first one from the date, 18 red. So I hope you're all doing well here on this Thursday morning. Hump of the week is over, 2 days left till the weekend now, and what's our first result today going to be? Morning Alan. And we're in the Huge and Rouge, the highest number to start the day. 36, 36 red even high, third column, third dozen, TS section of the wheel. How are you doing today, Alan? So, cold and wet, well, warm and wet actually where I am. Just completely messing with the lighting setup in here. AKA the two lamps on the wheel. As we move into 31, 31 black and odd, another high number in the third dozen. This time we're in the first column and we're in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Trying to get these left-handed spins up to standard. Probably go through about 100 spins with how short my left-handed spins are. And we're in number 3, 3 red and odd, low number, in the first dozen in the third column, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. You may notice my voice a little bit dodgy today. I take warm and dry and cloudy over warm and wet. Oh, I don't like it when it's warm and wet. Be cold and wet and it's fine. 21 red's the next result in the third column in the middle dozen. It's red, it's odd, it's high in the Voisin section of the wheel. I'm pretty good, thanks. The voice sounds worse than it feels, always the way. I think I'm just still waking up, really. It's been a little bit dusty the last couple of days. And a long rim into black 29. In the middle column, third dozen. It's black, it's odd, it's high. It's in the Voisin section of the wheel. First time out for every single number so far today. Of course, we have started with a clear marquee. And we'll populate that in the next, well, the next 5-10 minutes or so. We'll have a full marquee. And then numbers will drop off throughout the day as we go into red number 1. 1 red and odd, low number, first column, first dozen, Orphaland section of the wheel. That was a terrible spin. And we're about to land in our next result, which is red number 3, the hot number of the day so far. 3 red and odd, low number, first column, third column rather, first dozen, and part of the Voisin section. I was wondering what the big white thing was on my screen. I'm pointing to it now, but that's my phone. That's how I'm reading the chat. I was thinking I'd left something on the edge of the wheel. As we go down a number into black number 2, 2 middle column in the first dozen. It's black, it's even, and it's low. Voisin section of the wheel. Expect quite a few no spins. Yeah, I expect a lot of no spins actually with my left hand. I'm being safe with the spins at the minute. It's when I get into a rhythm with the left hand. Red number 7. First column, first dozen. It's red. It's odd. It's low. It's in the Voisin. When I start getting confident with these spins, that's when the no spins will happen. And how long is it going to be for black 22 to come in today? It wasn't very good on Tuesday. It only came in 3 times. No, 4 times actually. And it was quite a quiet number. As we go into black number 6. 6, black and even. Low number. Third column, first dozen. Orphaland section of the wheel. Only the one TR number in 10 spins so far. Only one in the second dozen. That was 21 in the second dozen. And where were we in the TR? 36, Huge and Rouge. And Black 22 is in on the 11th spin. Quite early on today. 22, it's black, it's even. It's a high number. In the first column. In the middle dozen. And part of the Voisin section of the wheel. Black 22 is in. And for some reason, my marquee has disappeared. Let's see if we can fix that. So we had black 6, then black 22, and then black 8. Apologies for that. No idea how the stuff disappeared then. It just did. But the good news is everything is back on screen now. Oh, marquees dancing around. Black 8, middle column, first dozen, black even low, in the TR section of the wheel. Sometimes happens. The app just closes itself for some reason. Next result on the way. And we're in red 18, 18 red, in the third column, in the second dozen. It's red, it's even, it's low, in the Voisin section of the wheel. 18, the number we spun from, because it is the 18th of July. Tomorrow we're going to be carrying on the spins from where we leave off today. And after this session I will go back and make sure there wasn't a number in between 6 and 22 as we go into a red 32. Red 32 in the middle column in the third dozen. It's even and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. So far only one number's been out twice, that being red number 3. Every other number been out at least, not every other number, some numbers have been out once. Nothing's been out more than twice. And we are in 20-0 in the Orphaland section of the wheel. We're black and even, we're high. Middle column, middle dozen. Moving on from black 20. Yeah, the marquee, it's got a mind of its own. It didn't get used at all yesterday, I think that's the problem. It's got a little bit complacent with being out as we go into red number 5. 5 red and odd, low number. Middle column first dozen, TR section of the wheel. I know what's missing this morning. My fan isn't on. Just need to turn the switch on. That's all I needed to do with that. As we go into Sweet 16, 16 in the first column in the middle dozen. It's red, it's even, it's low, it's in the TR section of the wheel. Now I am expecting a delivery at some point today. I've got live tracking up on one of my screens. And so far there's no map. So I'm hoping that I can sort of stealthily time it so that it comes when I'm not on air. And a rim into 34, 34, red and even. High number in the first column in the third dozen, part of the Orphaland section of the wheel. Orphaland and TR seem to have swapped places at the moment. Orphaland doing a lot better than TR. And it's in 20. In the Orphaland section of the wheel. Middle column, middle dozen, black even high. It's black number 20. And in the TR section 4, red number 30. 3-0, third column, third dozen, red even high, TR section of the wheel, it's red 30. 2 numbers on 2 spins so far today, 20 and 3. 1 red odd low, 1 black even high, nothing links them at all. And red number 7 joining the 2 club. It's red odd and low, first column, first dozen. in the Voisin section of the wheel. There'll be a few this morning, I'm hoping. I've got a little bit longer than normal today to record and to stream, so I'm hoping to get 3 or 4 sessions in today as we go into the Snowman Black number 8 in the middle column in the first dozen. It's black, it's even, it's low, it's in the tiers. A lot of it will depend on how my voice holds up. A lot of it depends on lighting as well, because if we get a heavy downpour, then it could get too dark to record, even with all these lighting in here. And black 24 is the next result in the third column in the middle dozen. It's black, it's even, it's high. It's in the tiers section of the wheel, back-to-back tiers. 3 tiers in the last 4 spins. So I now know you're in Sunderland. Never been to Sunderland. I know it's northeast. Red 1. Very, very determined to get into red 1, that number. In the first column in the first dozen, it's red, it's odd, it's low. In the Orphaland section of the wheel. I think the closest I've been to Sunderland is Whitley Bay. And I was quite ill that day, so I stayed in the hotel. Red number 30, 3-0, third column, third dozen. It's red. It's even. It's high. It's in the tiers section of the wheel. $19 red's the next result. 19 in the first column in the middle dozen. It's red. It's odd. It's high. It's in the Voisin section of the wheel. 19 on its debut today. I've got a lot of numbers still to make their debut. 0, 4, then 8 is out, so 9 through to 15. 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, and many, many more. As we go into our hot number, red number 1. 1, red and odd, low number, first column, first dozen, Orphaland section of the wheel. Black number 10's the next result. I was going to call it red 10, but it's clearly black. 10 black, an even number in the first column, first dozen. It's a low number in the tiers section of the wheel. Whenever I've done any of these streams, nobody's been able to guess where I was born. As we go into black 31. 31, it's black, it's odd, it's high. In the third dozen, in the first column, in the Orphaland section of the wheel, and on its second appearance of the day. Gonna try and get through about 300 spins at the very least today. Maybe even tickle the 500 if all goes to plan. As we go into black 35. 35, black and odd, high number. Third dozen, middle column, Voisin section of the wheel, black 35. And the next result is black 31. In, out and in again, doing the hokey cokey. In the third dozen, in the first column, it's black, it's odd, it's high. In the Orphaland section of the wheel, it's black 31. Third time out for black 31. Red number 1, 3 times out as well. 1 and 31 share neighbours of 14 and 20 together, both in the Orphaland section. As we go into red number 3, third time out for red number 3, third column, first dozen. Red odd and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. Red doing better than black today. Odd and even, high and low, both even Stevens. As we go into black number 10, 10 making its second appearance of the day. Black and even, low number, first column, first dozen. In the TS section of the wheel for black number 10. 3 French sections in the last 3 spins. Tiara and Orphaland neck and neck. Voisin 10% ahead of those. As we go into red number 12. 12, red and even. Low number. Third column. First dozen. Voisin section of the wheel. Red number 12. 12 is on its first appearance of the day. A red 18. Third column, middle dozen. Red, even and low. In the Voisin section of the wheel. Red 18 on its second appearance of the day. 6 numbers on 2 appearances, 3 numbers on 3 appearances. 14 numbers on 1 appearance, make that 15 numbers on 1 appearance with black 13. 13, it's black, it's odd, it's low. Middle dozen, first column. And part of the TR section. Yep, the London offices are closing. They're closing very, very soon, apparently. They've got no real reason, apart from maybe people's contract lengths, to keep it open at this point. As we go into double carpet, 33. Third column, third dozen. We're black, we're odd, we're high. In the TR section of the wheel, so London offices closing very soon. It's a sad day. They've been in there for 11 years, I want to say. I think they moved in 2008. They were initially in a house called Transworld House on City Road in London. But they have since long vacated there as we go into red number 1. 1 red and odd, low number. First column, first dozen. In the Orphaland section of the wheel. So yeah, they were in Transworld House for 3 years. 2005 to 2008. They moved into Battersea in 2008. And I just assumed they'd stay there forever, but Betson, they're being a bit mean. Red 9. Third column, first dozen. Red, odd, and low. In the Orphaland section of the wheel. Where's the next result going to be? Always nice to do it twice, there's nothing sweeter than a repeater. It's red 9 for the second time. Red and odd. Low number, third column, first dozen. Orphaland section of the wheel. 3 Orphalands in the last 3 spins. One of the reasons I think Super Casino especially has lost viewers is they're cutting to VTs far too often now. As we go into the Huge and Rouge, red 36, 40 spins since we last saw that number. Third column, third dozen, red even high. TR section of the wheel, it's red 36. Just the amount of promos and videotapes and staying on the wheel that they used. Super Casino was always best when it had viewer interaction. Because that's what you need to engage viewers. A red number 7, 7 in the first column, first dozen, red. Odd and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. So, for instance, when Super Casino first launched, they were Vegas 24/7, and they would actively request for emails into the studio as we go into red 19. 19, a red, odd and high number. In the first column in the middle dozen and part of the Voisin section of the wheel, still doing these left-handed spins. So they'd actively ask for people to email in, give them stuff to talk about, and it'd feel like a family. And then when Netplay took over, it just felt very corporate. And it's always nice to do it twice, there's nothing sweeter than a repeater. On red 19, again. Middle dozen, first column, red odd high in the Voisin section of the wheel, twice in a row, back to back, and 3 Voisin in the last 3 spins. Double carpet, black 33. Third column, third dozen, black, odd, and a high number in the TR section of the wheel. 2 repeaters so far today. And numbers we are missing are 0, 4, 11, 14, 15, 17, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28. They're the only numbers. Huge and Rouge 36, 3 times out in today. Third column, third dozen, red, even high in the TR section. It's red 36. See ya. When Betson took over, I think that's when VT's videotapes started coming into effect an awful lot more. They would just not bother having any kind of decent studio show anymore. Black number 10, first column, first dozen, black, even and low. In the TS section of the wheel, it's black number 10. Yeah, that's very true actually. I watched Adele, I think it was Saturday last week, and she was trying to get into a flow, but she just couldn't because there was no time to talk. Black number 2 in the middle column, in the first dozen, it's black, it's even, it's low, it's in the Voisin. 60 seconds is the minimum to be able to get into any kind of flow. You can get into quite decent topics in 60 seconds. But when you've got a 20-second spin and you're spinning at the 5-second mark, it's awful to try and just get into any kind of rhythm. Red 34 in the first column, in the third dozen, red, even and high in the Orphaland section of the wheel. I mean, I'm cutting it fine with these short spins, trying to get into a good flow of conversation, but I think I'm just about managing it. I think Adele was expecting Super Casino to be more like Smart Live as we go into red number 3, joint hottest number, third column, first dozen, red odd and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. So at Smart Live, they just controlled the camera. There was a little pedal under the wheel, and that controlled whether the camera was on the wheel or on the presenter. And I mean, sometimes it had an inbuilt delay, which could be a bit of a nightmare. But most of the time it behaved itself. Black 15 is where we're at. In the third column, in the second dozen, we're black, we're odd, and we're low. In the Voisin section of the wheel for black 15. We're already 50 spins in. Red 32, second time out for red 32. In the third dozen middle column, red, even and high. In the Voisin section of the wheel, it's red 32. It was actually a little bit sad watching Adele on Super Casino, because it felt like her personality was just locked away. Black 20 is the next result. Third time out for black 20, middle column, middle dozen. We're black, we're even, we're high. And we're in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Predominantly Voisin and Thiers in recent times. As we go into red 19, 19, red and odd, a high number in the third column. No, not third column, first column. In the middle dozen, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. Fourth time out, joint hottest with 1 and 3. So the red odd numbers are the hot ones at the moment. And a red even number is the number of love, 14. 14, middle column, middle dozen, red, even and low in the Orphaland section of the wheel. You can see the confirmation of 14 has disappeared. And it's to be replaced with a confirmation of black 20. Fourth time out for black 20. In the middle dozen, middle column. It's black, it's even, and it's a high number in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Back-to-back Orphalands and 3 Orphalands in the last 4 spins. Last time we were in the Thiers was with black 10. You can see that in the middle of the marquee. Red number 7, first column. In the first dozen, it's red, it's odd, and it's low. It's in the Voisin section. I would hope that if Leah went there, she'd be able to deal with 20-second spins. I mean, on live roulette, they are just 20 seconds throughout the day now. On Super Casino, they do swap to 40 and even the occasional minute spin. Red number 9 in the third column in the first dozen. We're red, we're odd, we're low. And we're in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Third time out for red number 9. Missing 0, 4, 11, 17, 23, 25, 26, 27 and 28. Red number 12, third column first dozen, red, even and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. Apologies, that's a really, really fast wheel. I'll slow the wheel down once we've got a result. To just prove I'm not lying about the number, it's red 25. There's the wheel slowed down. Red 25 confirmed. First column, third dozen, red, odd, and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. What's happened to black 22? We've not seen it in 50 spins now. I'm curious to see what the new live roulette format's going to be. Red 21, hadn't been seen in 57 spins, but it's out again. Middle dozen, third column, red, odd and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. They've been doing more promo filming for live roulette. No one's letting the cat out of the bag as to what it is yet though. I'm hoping it'll be something similar to the current live roulette. Red 18, third column, middle dozen, red, even and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. Big string of red numbers happening at the moment. We are 6 red numbers in a row, and in the last 9 spins, 8 have been red. And in red 9 for the next result. Red 9, fourth time out. Third column first dozen, red, odd and low in the Orphaland section of the wheel, red number 9. And now that means we are... Do we have no tier on the marquee? We have no tier numbers on that marquee. Red 25 in the Voisin section of the wheel. Third dozen first column, red, odd, and a high number, red 25. And we're in the tier with red number 5. Second time out for red number 5. Middle column first dozen, red odd low, tier section of the wheel. Our 9th red number in a row. Are we going to get the perfect 10? That is the question. We are not. We're going into black 35. 35. Middle column third dozen. We're black, we're odd, and we're high in the Voisin section of the wheel. Still missing 0 and 4, 11 and 17, 23, and then 26, 27 and 28. 66 spins in. And your 67th spin is red 25, sticking with the finales of 5. In the third dozen first column, red, odd, and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. Black 22 hasn't been in 57 spins now. It's doing the same as what it did on Tuesday, coming in early and then going dead for a bit. I'm following Black 22 with my face, and there we go. Just got to look at it hard enough and it comes in. Black 22 in the middle dozen in the first column, black even and a high number in the Voisin section of the wheel. Just follow it with your face, apparently. They're the words that came from my mouth, and it worked. Is it going to repeat? No, it's not. We're going into red 21. 21, red and odd. High number in the third column in the middle dozen, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. Black 22 on its second appearance of the day. Red 21 on its third appearance of the day. Black 22 in, out and in again. 3 times out for Black 22 in the Voisin section of the wheel. Middle dozen first column, black even high. It's Black 22 3 times in total, twice in the last 3 spins. It's a hokey cokey repeater. Black 24, second time out for Black 24 in the third column in the middle dozen. It's black, it's even, it's high, and it's in the TR section of the wheel. I had to think about that. It's really far opposite zero. I should know that. I should know every French section. I know how to place them, I just can't identify them in time. Red 19, hot number of the day now. 5 times out for Red 19. In the first column, in the middle dozen. Oh, terrible spin. First column, second dozen. Red odd high. Voisin section of the wheel, it's Red 19. Alan's very happy. Black 22 twice on the marquee. Is it going to be 3 times? It is not, as we go into Black 28. Black 28, one of the numbers we were missing in the third dozen first column. It's black. It's even, it's high, in the Voisin section of the wheel, Black 28. But we're moved on from Black 28 to our next result. What's our next one going to be? We are in Black number 4, another number we were missing. First column, first dozen, black even low. Voisin section of the wheel for Black number 4. Next result on the way. Red number 9. 5 times out for Red 9 today. Third column, first dozen. Red, odd, and low. In the Orphaland section of the wheel. Orphaland's still doing better than TR. 26.7 plays 24% for the TR. TR's practically dead at this point. A Black number 4, saw it 2 spins ago, it's in, out and in again for Black number 4. First dozen, first column, black and even, low number, Voisin section of the wheel. Healthy mix now of red and blacks on the marquee. We've gone from our big chain of red numbers, you can see them falling off the edge. And we're alternating a little bit at the moment. As we go into Black 22, 3 times in recent memory, 3 times there on your marquee for Black 22. In the middle dozen, in the first column, black even and high, in the Voisin section of the wheel. 3 times in 10 spins for Black 22. Black 22 now on the 4th appearance of the day, and it's 6th hottest. Always nice to do it twice, there's nothing sweeter than a repeater. Black 22 becoming the hottest number of the day. In the middle column, no it's not, it's in the middle dozen, first column, black, even and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. It's Black 22, 4 times on the marquee, twice in the last 2 spins. Oh, I thought we were going to get a Trevelina then, but we're in Black 31, confirmed. First column, third dozen, black odd and high in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Black 22 now out 5 times, it's hot number with 19 and 9. 9 and 22 next door to each other on the wheel as well, so 10 times in 2 pockets next to each other. 19's the other side of 0. Let's not talk about that. Black 29, middle column, third dozen, black, odd and a high number in the Voisin section of the wheel. I can't control where the ball falls. I just get very happy when it's good numbers that come in. Red number 5, middle column, first dozen, red, odd and low. In the TR section of the wheel. A welcome return to the TR. We hadn't been in the TR since Black 24, 10 spins ago. The question is, which number out of 22, 19 and 9 will become the hottest? And the results, red 23, one of the numbers we were missing. Red 23, middle column, middle dozen. A red, odd and high in the TR section of the wheel. Now just missing 0, 11, 17, 26 and 27. So missing 5 numbers, and this is spin number 83. And we are in red 36, huge and rouge, third column, third dozen. A red and even high number in the tiare. Opposite side of the wheel to black 22. 34 is opposite 22, I do believe. Well, 34 and 6-ish. Always nice to do it twice, there's nothing sweeter than a repeater. Saying that an awful lot today. Red 36, third column, third dozen, red even high in the TS section of the wheel. Repeater of 22, repeater of 36 on the marquee, and we did have another repeater not too far behind that as well, as I try and remember which number it was. A red number 3 is where we're at. Third column, first dozen. Red odd low in the voisin section of the wheel. Confirmation of 3, sticking around for a little while then. Black 22, the hottest number of the day. First column, middle dozen. It's black, it's even, it's high. It's in the voisin section of the wheel. Black 22 on its 6th appearance of the day. Black 31 in the first column, third dozen, black odd high, Orphaland section of the wheel. We went from black 22 to black 31 on the marquee earlier, and we've done it again now. But after that we went into black 29. Are we going to do the same again? Let's find out. We are not. We're going into red number 9, joint hottest with black 22. Nothing separating those two. Not even a number on the wheel. Red 9, Orphaland section of the wheel. It's low and odd in the third column in the first dozen. So red 9, next to 22, neck and neck. One in the voisin, one in the Orphaland though. A red 14 in the middle column, middle dozen. We're red, we're even, and we're low in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Red 14 on its second appearance of the day. Black 13, second time out for black 13. First column, middle dozen. Black, odd and low in the voisin. No, not in the voisin at all, in the TR section of the wheel. It's all these voisin numbers infesting my brain. As we go into my personal favourite, red 27, one of the numbers we were missing. Red and odd, high number, third column, third dozen, TR section of the wheel. Right next door to 13. A red number 3, third column, first dozen. Red, odd and low in the voisin section of the wheel. Only 6 minutes left of this session. I'm going to have probably the world's shortest break in between sessions. Black 29. Black 29 in the voisin section of the wheel. Middle column, third dozen. It's black odd and high. Missing 0, 11, 17 and 26. 0 and 26 next to each other on the wheel. 17 in between 25 and 34. 26 in between 0 and 32. 32 is the next result. Did I say 26 is in between 0 and 32? It's in between 0 and 3. 32, a red, even, and high. Middle column, third dozen. Voisin section of the wheel. Third time out for red 32. 6, 22 and 9, the hot numbers, 6 spins apiece. 3, 22 and 9, I beg your pardon. Red 27. Third column, third dozen. A red, odd, and high. TR section of the wheel. Red number 3, however, is third column, first dozen. 6 times out, along with 22 and 9. 36, 31 and 19 on 5 spins apiece. And then 1, 7 and 20 on 4 spins apiece. Black number 10 is the next result. In the first column, first dozen, it's black, it's even, it's low. In the TR section of the wheel. What's going to be the absolute hottest number today? Any number could be in contention. I've seen numbers go from no spins to 5 spins in the matter of like 10 spins or so. As we go into red 23, middle column, middle dozen, red, odd and high in the TR section of the wheel. It must be, if it comes out over 10 times. If we do 370 spins, then it should come out 10 times. Black 29 in the middle column in the third dozen, black, odd and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. 6 times in 100 spins is pretty good though. It's not a runaway hot number, but it's doing very, very well. And that is Huge and Rouge, red 36. A bit of a dark horse today, now on 6 times as well. Third column, third dozen, red, even and high in the TR section of the wheel. Red 36 joining red 3, black 22 and red 9 on 6 spins apiece. 3 of those in the third column, 2 in the first dozen, 1 in the middle dozen, 1 in the third dozen. Red 23 warming up a little bit, only on its third appearance of the day, but 23 red, 23 odd and 23 high. Middle column in the middle dozen, part of the TR section of the wheel. That was the 100th spin. With only 2 minutes 50 left, there's no point doing the stats at 100 and the stats at the end. We'll just do the stats at the end instead. Black number 8, the Snowman, out for the third time today. In the middle column in the first dozen, it's black. It's even, it's low. It's in the TR section of the wheel. Next result on the way. It's been a while now since we've seen black 22. It's fallen off the marquee. Will it come back on? I'll have to wait another spin as we go into black number 4. First dozen, first column for black 4 in the Voisin section of the wheel. We're black, we're even, and we're low. 2 low black even numbers in a row, both in the first dozen as well. But where are we going to go next? Only time will tell. Long bounce into black 24, black even high, middle dozen, third column, TR section of the wheel. Apologies, I'm just going to let that ball go round once more because it fell out my hand, butterfingers this morning. Black 24 in the third column, middle dozen, black even high, TR. I'm fairly certain I've said that twice now. Red 27, third column, third dozen, red even high, TR section of the wheel. I reckon we've got 3 more spins in this session. Done over 100 in 45 minutes. Not 100 brilliant spins, but 100 nonetheless. It's quantity over quality. Red 25, third dozen, first column, red, odd and high, Voisin section of the wheel. Still missing those 4 numbers, 0, 11, 17 and 26. Which is going to be first? I like getting a big green zero every session. Talk of the devil, big green zero. Not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the Voisin section of the wheel. It's a big green zero, 26, 11 and 17. They're the numbers left. So I've got my repeaters, I've got my big green zero this session. Next spin will be the final spin. As we go into black number 6, hadn't been seen in 97 spins. Black 6, third column, first dozen. It's black, it's even, it's low in the Orphaland section. Final spin of this session already. Hasn't it flown by? Where are we finishing? We're finishing on my favourite number, red 27. Let's speed the wheel up just a little bit. Red 27, third column, third dozen. We're red, we're odd, and we are high in the third dozen, third column, and in the tiers. So we have done 108 spins this session. Red dominated over black, 58% to 41%. Odd dominated over even, 54% to 45%. High dominated over low, 55% to 44%. First column 38% of the time, middle column 24% of the time, third column 37% of the time. First dozen 36%, middle dozen 31%, third dozen 30%. Voisin 46.3, tiers 30.6, Orphaland 23.1. Apart from the red and black split, everything is within sort of what I'd expect. And hot numbers, let's not forget those. Our hot four today are 6 spins apiece. They are 9, 22, 3 and 36, all on 6 spins apiece. Cold numbers, they are 11, 17 and 26, not been out at all. My name's been Adam, it's been a pleasure as always to spin this wheel for you. And I'll see you all very, very, very soon for some more spins. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the other side of this holding slate. Welcome, welcome, welcome once again to the wheel. My name's Adam. I need to reset the timer. Welcome, welcome, welcome once again to the wheel. My name's Adam. I'm still spinning this wheel for you. We're going back to right-handed spins. I was just about to come back on air when my delivery arrived, so I don't have to worry about that now. And enough about my delivery. Let's get the next session underway. This is session number 2, and we're spinning from my favourite number, red 27. Right-handed spins this session. It's enough of the dreadworthy spins for one day. Where's our first result together going to be of this session? You can see 27 there on the marquee 3 times. It's warmed up in recent times. And we are in black number 8, the snowman, middle column, middle dozen, black even low in the tier. Next result on the way. Another 45 minutes, of course. I'm going to get up to around about 200 spins, I want to say. And we climbed into red 23 in the middle column in the middle dozen. We're red, we're odd, and we're high. In the TR section of the wheel, you can see 23 a couple of times there on the marquee, 3 times on the marquee in fact. Let's move all the stuff around. Not sure if I can confirm here anymore actually. Don't have the mouse space. Let's give it a go. Black 33. Goodness me, that's quite hard to do. Black 33, third column, third dozen. Black odd and high. In the TR section of the wheel. Black 33 doing quite well for itself. 3 times out today. Still have to walk closer to the screen to be able to see what's going on with the stats. Fidel's a 3 the last 2 spins, both in the tier. As we go into red 16, hadn't been seen in 95 spins, but it's out again. Red 16, middle dozen, first column. Red even low in the TS section of the wheel, red 16. Now this goes to anyone watching on the pre-record, i.e. after we've been live, or live now. Any questions about roulette? Try and test my knowledge. Let's see if we can answer them together. Red 32, middle column in the third dozen. We're red, we're even, we're high in the Voisin section of the wheel. Welcome return to the Voisin, last in it in the big green 0. Once again, in my scruffs today, it's far too humid to wear anything smart. Nice long spins now as we go into black 29. 29 in the middle dozen. Middle column, rather, third dozen. Black odd high in the Voisin section of the wheel. I am known for my long spins. I find it really hard to do short spins. I'll try one in the next spin. See if it is a no spin or not. Try and get it round as close to 3 times as possible. As we go into red number 1, red 1. In the first column, first dozen. Red, odd and low. In the Voisin section of the wheel. No, it's not. It's in the Orphaland section of the wheel for red 1. That's about as short as I can go. It's still quite a long spin. Huge and Rouge, red 36 out again. It is now the hot number. Red 36, third column, third dozen. Red, even and high in the TS section of the wheel for red 36. Red 36 on its 7th appearance of the day. The hot number. But all that could change in a matter of a few spins. A red number 7. 7 red and odd, low number. First column, first dozen in the Voisin section of the wheel. Oh, I feel dirty doing slow spins like that. Let's go back to my normal spins after this. Red 36 in, out and in again, now with a 2-spin lead. Third column, third dozen, red even high, TS section of the wheel. What I'm also trying to do is not move my arm at all during the spin. I'm trying to get it all in the fingers, which is what you're supposed to do, really. It's supposed to look effortless. A red number 7, in, out and in again. Have you noticed we've gone 36-7, 36-7. Double hokey cokey repeater. First column, first dozen, red odd low for number 7 in the Voisin section of the wheel. Red number 7 climbing up the hot numbers list. It is now on 6 appearances today. Red 36, the hot number. We've not seen 22 in a while now. Not quite on my quiet numbers list. As we go into red number 12. 12, red and even. Low number in the third column, in the middle dozen, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. And the next result is about to drop. Where are we going to go this time? Sun's come out now. Oh, climbed out of black 22 into red number 9. 9, red and odd. A low number. Third column, first dozen. All for length section of the wheel, and we're streaking on the red numbers again. Not done a streak of black numbers so far today, and that is shown in the stats. 60.3 red to 38.8 to 38.8 black, with 0.8 in the big green 0. Red 32. Middle column, third dozen. Red even high. In the Voisin section of the wheel for red 32. Next result on the way. Are we going to stick with this chain of red numbers? Are we going to go to black? We could go into the green 0 as well. They're the 3 possible outcomes, assuming it doesn't fly out. We're in red number 9. 9, joint hottest now with red 36. Third column, first dozen. All for land section of the wheel for red 9. Red odd and low. Come on, 22. You're slacking a little bit now. Still not on my quiet numbers list, which means it's been out in the last 51 spins. Other side of red 22, black 22 with red 18. Red 18, third column for middle dozen. Third column, middle dozen for red 18. In the Voisin section of the wheel, we're red, we're even, we're low. 10 red numbers in a row now. 4 more and we fill the marquee of red numbers. No, we don't. 9 red numbers in a row. Who knows? Red 16 though. Red 16, first column, middle dozen. A red, even and low in the TS section. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red numbers in a row. Is the marquee longer than normal? Is that what's throwing me? Do we have an extra number on that marquee? I think we might. No, we don't. A red 23. Red 23, middle column, middle dozen. Red, odd and high in the TS section of the wheel. Just the 1 black number on the marquee now. That being black 29. Red 14. All these red numbers. 14, red and even. Low number. Orphaland section of the wheel. Middle column, middle dozen. 13 red numbers in a row. Are we going to make it 14 red numbers in a row? Only time will tell. I'm sort of willing on the red numbers now, which means it's going to be a black. Always the way. Black 17. One of the missing numbers. Black 17, middle column, in the middle dozen. Black, odd, and low. In the Orphalan section of the wheel, back-to-back Orphalan. 13 red numbers in a row, and now we're bookending the marquee with 2 black numbers, black 29 and black 17. Is the tide going to shift? Are we going to go to black heavy now? We'll find out as we go into black 15. Black 15 in the third column, middle dozen. It's black, odd, and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. Black 15 making its something appearance. Only its second appearance of the day. It's the first time we've had 2 black numbers in a row since before the big green 0. Red 27 back to red. Third column, third dozen, red odd high, my favourite number, and it's in the tiare. Black 22 is the number we are looking for, because it's Alan and Leah's favourite number. My favourite number's come in a few times. We want black 22 to come in now. That'd be nice. Bounce out of black 22 into black 31. 31, black and odd, high number. Third dozen, first column, Orphalan section of the wheel. 3 French sections in the last 3 spins. Tiare warmed up quite nicely, Voisin cooled down. Orphalan on fire at the moment. Big green 0 not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the Voisin section of the wheel. Big green 0. Now we haven't seen black 22 in 47 spins. 47 spins since we last saw black 22. I mean, it's 108 spins since we last saw red 30, so it's not doing that badly. But it could do with warming up again. Black 15's the next result. A couple of times there on the marquee for black 15. Third column, middle dozen. Black, odd, and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. Back-to-back Voisin, and 15 is on its 3rd appearance of the day. So quite a cold number. Just on the very, very tip of my cold numbers list. Legs 11 and black 26, the only numbers we are yet to see. And red 19 is neither of those. Red 19, odd and high. Middle dozen, first column. Part of the Voisin section of the wheel, red 19. $19.22 split, of course, in the Voisin section. As we go into red number 12. 12, red and even, low number, first dozen. Third column. Part of the Voisin section of the wheel, red number 12. Are we going to stick in the reds, or are we going to go to the black numbers? That's what we're going to find out. Red heavy so far today, 2/3 of the spins have been in the red. Red 23, middle column, middle dozen, red odd high. TS section of the wheel for red 23. Moving on from red 23 to our next result. Red 23 now on its 6th appearance of the day, doing quite well. Black 22 still in the hot numbers list, it's still joint second hottest, with 31, 3, 7, 19, 23 as well. Red number 1, first column, first dozen, red odd low, in the Orphalan section of the wheel. Moving on from red 1 to our next result, red number 1 on its 6th appearance of the day. So red 1 joining those joint second hottest numbers. We've got joint third hottest, I beg your pardon. We've got 31, 3, 1, 7, 22, 19 and 23 all on 6 spins. Black number 10 in the first column, first dozen, black even low in the TR section of the wheel for black number 10. Next result on the way, rapid spins here at the real wheel. This is of course a real live European roulette wheel. You can see it in any high street casino. Up and down the land, single zero wheel, American size, but the European layout. As we go into black 29, 29, a black odd and high number, middle column, third dozen, right hand section of the wheel. I can tell you this wheel is 80 centimetres in diameter. Is it diameter? I think so. I didn't pay attention in those classes. Diameter's the one from one end to the other because radius is the middle to the outside, I think. Black number 20, middle column, middle dozen. Black, even and low, in the Orphaland section of the wheel. To be fair, it's been a long time since I did any kind of maths class. So I'm not really supposed to remember it, but it's 80 centimetres across, which is something in inches. Long bounce into black number 4, 4, black and even low number, first column, first dozen. In the voisin section of the wheel. I've actually got a tape measure here. Let's see just how big it is in inches, because, let's face it, inches make more sense to me. 31.5 inches across is the roulette wheel. A black 13's the next result. First column in the middle dozen. Black, odd and low in the TR section of the wheel. Black 13 on its third appearance of the day. And now we've got a little chain of black numbers going on. Is that going to continue, or are we going to move to the red? You're in trouble if you hit a double. It's black 13, back to back. Middle dozen, first column. Black odd and low. In the TR section of the wheel. Now, I'm not saying I've sat on that rhyme for a while, but you'll notice I didn't do my normal repeater little rhyme. This could Trebellini, you know. 15 is the result. 15. Black, odd, and low. Third column, middle dozen. Part of the voisin section of the wheel for black 15. Where's this one going to drop? We'll find out together. Red 34 breaking the run of black numbers with red 34. Third dozen, first column, red, even and high in the Orphaland section of the wheel and on its fifth appearance. No, it's not. It's on its third appearance of the day. 32's on 5 appearances, 34 on 3 appearances. Almost halfway through this session already. It's flying by. Black 31 seems to be very hot today. 31, black and odd. First column. High number. Third dozen. In the Orphaland section of the wheel. 7 times out now for black 31. Second hottest. Red number 9 and red 36 are the hottest. Joint third hottest, we've got 3, 29, 1, 7, 22, 19 and 23. Red number 1 in the first column, first dozen. Red odd low, Orphaland section of the wheel. Hitting the right section of the wheel again for black 22. But we have no sign of it in recent memory. 62 spins since we last saw black 22. But whatever your favourite number is, I hope it comes in for you. Apologies, had a sneezing fit then. Black 24, black even high, third column middle dozen, part of the TR section of the wheel. I can feel another sneeze coming. Black number 10, first column, first dozen, black even low in the TR section of the wheel. Ow! If you're wondering why I said ow, I accidentally punched the wheel spinning then. My hand was at a slightly bad angle. Oh, that really hurt. I'm glad it was ow and nothing fouler coming out of my mouth. Next results, what's it going to be? A red 27. Maybe I just need to injure myself when my favourite number comes out. Red 27, third column, third dozen. Red, odd and high in the TR section of the wheel. 3 TR in the last 4, or in the last 3 spins. Last time we were in the Voisin was with black 15. Last time we were in the Orphelin was red number 1. And we're in the TR again with black 33, third column, third dozen. Black odd high in the TR section of the wheel. One extreme of the TR to the other with red 27 and black 33. They're the boundary numbers of the TR. Because black number 6 is in the Orphelin section and red number 1 is also in the Orphelin section. Orphelin, the wonky bow tie section of the wheel, 1734 and 6 on one side, 120, 1431 and 9 on the other. Sticking nestled in the TR with red 16. Red 16, first column, middle dozen. Red even low in the TR section of the wheel. Red 16 is now on its 4th appearance of the day. Still waiting for legs 11 and black 26 to get full completion. And we've got 24 minutes and 12 seconds to get them in this session. And it's always nice to do it twice. There's nothing sweeter than a repeater. Red 16 twice in a row. Middle dozen, first column, red even low. In the TR section of the wheel, it's red 16. Where are we going to go next? That is the question. As we hit 12 o'clock here in the United Kingdom, we are in the afternoon. Oh, what's the next result going to be? Right next door to 16 is black 24. 24, third column, middle dozen. A black, even and high in the TR section of the wheel. A little bit disappointed it didn't go one pocket further into Sweet 16. A Treblina would be nice. I'm over a year now without one. They're supposed to come every 700 spins or so. But every dealer's different. A red 32 in the third dozen, middle column, red, even and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. Little chain of even numbers going on at the moment. 4 in a row. All of them multiples of 8 as well. But is the next result going to be a multiple of 8? We're going to find out. It is not, because we're in black 29. Black 29 in the middle column in the third dozen. It's black, it's odd, it's high. It's in the Voisin section of the wheel. Every number in the middle column third dozen is in the Voisin. Black 26 and legs 11, the only numbers we have yet to see. We've got number 2 and 30 in the 100 club. 109 spins and 132 spins for 30. Black 22 is in. Black 22 in the first column. In the middle dozen. Black even high in the Voisin section of the wheel. It's an awful long time between black 22s, but it's out again. And it is now on its 7th appearance of the day. Third hottest. Third hottest number. Black 22. It took its time, didn't it? Legs 11, another number that's taken its time. 11, black odd low, middle column in the first dozen. Part of the TR making its debut, it's legs 11. That means we're just waiting for black 26, and this is spin number 159. Red 30, black 2, also very quiet numbers. Black number 4, first column, first dozen, black even and low in the Voisin section of the wheel for black number 4. Is 22 going to warm up now? I'd hope so. It's been quiet for a while. 7 times out though, joint with number 1, 29 and 31 on 7 spins. 9 is on 8 spins, as is 36. A red number 5, it's called Pimp in Welsh, I'll have you know, red number 5. In the middle column, in the first dozen. It's red, it's odd, it's low, it's in the TR section of the wheel. I love that 5 in Welsh is pimp. It's one of the few times you can say it in polite company. And I think in German it's Fünf, which is also fun to say. I say pimp and 2 people join. Welcome in, 2 people. A red 18 in the 3rd column. In the middle dozen. It's red, it's even, it's low. It's in the Voisin section of the wheel. Next result on the way. Red 18 is a neighbour of 22. I reckon if you'd been playing, if this was in a casino and you'd been playing neighbours of 22, you'd be very, very happy today. 7, 14 times 22 and 29. Add another 5, 19 times for 18. A lot of spins. 28's the next result. 28's black and even. Low number, 1st column, 3rd dozen. In the Voisin section. So neighbours of 22 are 31 and 9. 22 itself. 7. No, it's not. It's 18 and 28. So 18 has been out 5 times. All the others have been out 7 times. A red 21 is the next result. A red 21, 3rd column, middle dozen. It's red. It's odd. It's odd. It's odd. And it is high. So that's 33 times in 163 spins for the neighbours of 22. Doing very well. That whole left-hand side of the Voisin is doing very, very well at the moment. He says as we go into red number 7 in the left side of the Voisin. 1st column, 1st dozen, red odd low. In the Voisin section of the wheel. Next result on the way. In the tier with black number 10, black and even low number, 1st column, 1st dozen, tier section of the wheel. Black number 10 is now on its 7th appearance of the day. Joint 3rd hottest with 31, 29, 1, 7, 22 and itself. Number of love, red 14, middle column, middle dozen, red, even and low in the Orphaland section of the wheel. And the next result is dropping in now. Black number 8, the Snowman, middle column, 1st dozen, black even low, TR section of the wheel, it's black number 8. Black number 8 is now on its something appearance of the day, 5 times out for black number 8. Black 26, the only number we have yet to see so far today as we approach the 200 spin mark. We're currently at 168, we're getting there slowly but surely. A red 18, a hot number. Apologies, I've just double confirmed 21. No idea how that happened. In instances like this, it is very easy to rectify. I just need to do that. Apologies for the misconfirm. And then hopefully, if I can get my mouse to press this button here, which it's not doing because it's not behaving itself. There we go, you can see red 18 is confirmed. Apologies for that. 3rd column, middle dozen. Red, even and low in the Voisin. It's red 18. Shows that we're live. Big green 0, not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the Voisin section of the wheel. So once again, apologies for the misconfirm. It's all been rectified now though. It's very simple to fix. Just need to manually type in the number and override the last two results. Black 24, third column middle dozen, black even and high, in the TS section of the wheel. Black 22 about to drop off the edge of the marquee. Let's hope it comes back in. We're in black number 2. We hadn't seen that in quite a while. I shall tell you exactly how long. 123 spins. Middle column, first dozen. Black even low in the Voisin section of the wheel for black number 2. Apologies for the abrupt muting of the mic again. Had to sneeze again. Amounted to nothing though. I thought we were going to go in black 26, but instead we're in red number 3. First column. First dozen rather, third column. Red even low. Red odd low. It's 3. Let's try that again. 3 in the Voisin section of the wheel. It's a low odd red number in the third column in the first dozen. If you stumble over one thing, you stumble over the lot. You're just making it up on the fly then, hoping for the best. Black 26 is in after 173 spins. Black 26 in the middle column in the third dozen. It's black even and a high number in the Voisin section of the wheel. Black 26 making its debut after 173 spins. So, very quickly, the hot numbers are 36 and 9 with 8 spins, then 31, 3, 29, 1, 7 and 22 and 10 on 7 spins. Cold numbers 17, 11 and 26 1 spin apiece. Quiet numbers 35 not been in 108 spins and 30 not been in 149 spins. Moving on from black 26 to the next result. Full completion 173 spins today. That's quite a high one for me. About 120 is my average. Next result on the way. Black 28 in the first column in the third dozen. It's in the Voisin section of the wheel, it's black, it's even, and it's also a high number. I love it when I can make the ball make that noise. Such a satisfying noise as the ball gets released. And it only happens on anti-clockwise balls. A red number 3 in the Voisin section of the wheel, third column. First dozen. It's red, it's odd, and it's low. Confirmation didn't stick around for very long that time. The confirmation covers the timer, just to show that it is the most recent result, and then it goes onto the edge of the marquee as well. It's been a while since we've been in the Orphaland, by the way. Red 14 was the last foray into the Orphaland as we go into red 23 in the TS section. Middle column, middle dozen. Red, odd, and high in the TS section. Red 23 making its 7th appearance of the day, joining a multitude of numbers as joint's 4th hottest. 3 and 9 and 36 all on 8 spins. As we go into black number 6. 6, black and even, low number. First dozen, third column, part of the Orphaland section of the wheel for black number 6. 6 making its 3rd appearance of the day. Quiet number, well, not a quiet number, a cold number. Got a load of numbers on 3 spins though. Quietest 5 are 9, 36, 25, 35 and 30. As we go into red number 7, red and odd, a low number, first column, first dozen, Voisin section of the wheel, twice there on the marquee for red number 7. 7 is now on its 8th appearance of the day, joint hottest with 36, 3 and 9. It's a really tight bunch of numbers today. A red number 1, joining the hot numbers. Odd and low, first column, first dozen, in the Orphaland section of the wheel. We've got 5 numbers all on 8 spins now. 5 joint hottest numbers, 1, 3, 7, 9 and 36. All of them red. Most of them odd and low as well. 36 is the outlier there. 3, 1, 7 and 9 and red odd low numbers. Number 5 is needing to pick up the slack a little bit. As we go into red number 9, making it the hottest number on 9 spins. Red odd and low. In the first dozen, in the third column, part of the Orphaland section of the wheel. Red number 9 was a while between spins, but it's out again. Coldest 5 now are 17 on 53 spins, 36 on 63 spins, 25 76 spins, 35 115 spins, 156 spins for red 30. We wiped our feet in red 30 and went into black number 8. Black number 8 in the middle column in the first dozen, black even low in the TR section of the wheel, black number 8. Next result on the way. What's it going to be? Are we going to stick with the low numbers? We've been single digits for the last 5 spins. And in fact, 6 of the last 7 spins have been single digit. We are going to black 31, joining red number 9. No, it's not. It's joining the second hottest list. Black 31 in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Black, odd and high. First column in the third dozen. So it's a really, really tight session today. Nothing's hit the 10 club yet as we go into black 24. 24, black and even, high number. Third column, middle dozen, part of the TR section of the wheel. 2 TR in the last 3 spins. We've been waiting the longest for the Voisin, but that's only 5 spins ago. That was red number 7 in the Voisin. What's it going to be next? We're finding out just about now. We're in red 34, 34, red and even, high number. First column, third dozen, part of the Orphaland section of the wheel. 3 high numbers in a row. That's about the only pattern I can spot. A red 25 in the Voisin section of the wheel. First column once more, third dozen once more. Red odd and high. Only 7.5 minutes left with me, and 15 spins to get through. 14 if you don't include this one. We're probably going to get to 200 exactly, you know. A red 21, moving around the red numbers. In the first, nothing, because it's middle dozen, third column. It's red, it's odd, it's high, in the Voisin section of the wheel. So we went 34, 2 pockets across is 25, 2 pockets across is 21. If we follow the pattern, that means red 19 is due out next. If we break the pattern, it could be any number, barring red 19, I suppose. We break the pattern and go into double carpet, black 33, third column, third dozen, black odd high, TR section of the wheel. Next spin on the way. Black 22 is not one of the quietest 10 numbers, but it's cooled down a lot again. Just a one cheeky little foray into it. And that was 15 minutes ago now. Red 34 in the third dozen, first column, red, even and high. In the TR section, Orphaland section of the wheel, I beg your pardon. Flagging a little bit now, getting hungry. A red 18 right next door to black 22 in the third column in the middle dozen. Red even and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. Red 18 has not confirmed. There we go. There's a confirmation of red 18. It's been quite temperamental today. but the confirmation has been and gone of red 18. And we're going into black 13. Black 13 confirmed. First column, middle dozen. Black odd low. TS section of the wheel. 3 French sections in the last 3 spins. Not been in the middle column since black number 8. And we're in the middle column with red 32. Confirmed. Middle column, third dozen. Red, even and high. In the Voisin section of the wheel, of course. Right next door to the big green 0. Just 5 minutes left with me. Then I'm going to be off for a little while, I reckon. Black number 20, middle column, middle dozen. Black, even and high. In the Orphaland section of the wheel for black number 20. Black 22 has not been out again. Was last out just as you left. It's been quite shy again. Let's see if we can talk it in together. We can't as we go into black 15. Black 15 in the third column. In the middle dozen. It's black. It's odd. It's a low number in the Voisin section. Black 22 was last out 37 spins ago. So it's now just slightly above average. It should come out 1 in every 37 spins. Because there are 37 pockets on the wheel. As we go into red number 3. Red number 3 in the third column in the first dozen. A red, odd and low, in the Voisin section of the wheel. Black 22 still holding its own. It's now joint 7th hottest, but a repeater of it would get it hot again. Big green 0 out again. 4th time for the big green 0. Not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the Voisin section of the wheel. $171 spins since we last saw red 30, 130 spins since we last saw black 35. A red 30, 171 spins between them. In the third dozen, third column, red even high. In the TS section of the wheel, it's red number 30. So our quietest 5, red 12 not seen in 62 spins, 63 spins for 19, 69 spins for 17, 79 for 36, 131 for 35. Red 19, 63 spins between them, odd and high in the first column in the middle dozen. And part of the Voisin section of the wheel, it's red 19. Next result is on its way. Where are we going to go next? Can I have some music, please? There we go. Black number 8, middle column, in the first dozen. It's black. It's even. It's low. In the Orphaland. In the TS section of the wheel, for goodness sake. This is going to be the penultimate spin. This is spin number 199. We're going to do 200, and I'll spend the last minute doing stats. $200 because it's a nice round number. As we go into red 19. Red 19 in the middle dozen in the first column. It's red. It's odd. It's a high number. In the Voisin section of the wheel. Final spin. Let's make it a long one. We're willing black 22 out. 19 and 22, the split in the Voisin. Black 22 is guaranteed to stay on the hot numbers list, regardless of what happens in this spin. And we're finishing on red 32. A red 32, let's slow the wheel down so you can see it. In the middle column in the third dozen, we're red, we're even, we're high. or in the voisin section. So after 200 spins, 57% have been red to 41% black, with 2% in the big green zero. Does that make sense? 57 and 41. Yeah, it does. 51% odd to 47% even. 50% high to 48% low. In the first column, 37% of the time. In the second column, 26% of the time. And in the third column, 35% of the time. 34% in the first dozen. 34% in the second dozen. 30% in the third dozen. 45.5% in the voisin, 32.5% in the tiers, and 22% in the orphelin. Orphelin slightly over, and the voisin slightly under. Finally, let's go through the hot, cold and quiet. Starting with the quiet, knots in 27 in 51 spins, 12 in 66 spins, 17 in 73 spins, 36 in 83 spins, 35 in 135 spins. Your cold 5, they are, well, joint 5th, I beg your pardon. 2 and 6, as well as 30 and 28, all on 3 spins. 35 on 2 spins, and then 11, 26 and 17 on 1 spin. Your hot numbers, many of them. You've got 36, 31, 1, 7, 32 and 19, all on 8 spins. You've got 29 and 22 on 7 spins. You've got 3 and 9 on 9 spins, so really close between them so far today. Will that change in the next session? We'll find out soon. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you a little bit later on. Welcome to the third session of Roulette here today. My name's still Adam, this is still The Real Wheel, and without any further ado, let's get our next 45 minutes on the way. Spinning from the last number of the last session, which was red 32. Back to back to back sessions to start us off today. Currently trying to figure out if I've got time in the afternoon for sessions. I may not, in which case this could be the final session. But don't fret, we'll carry on this session tomorrow regardless. And our first result of this session is red number 7, odd and low, first column, first dozen, Voisin section of the wheel. Moving on from red number 7 to our next result. Where are we going to go next? If I don't have time to record this afternoon, I'm going to spend some time fiddling with the graphics, I think. We are in black 17, 74 spins in between the black 17s, in the middle column, in the middle dozen. It's black odd and low in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Already had an hour and a half of me today. And at least another 43 minutes left. Got the sneezes though today, which isn't fun. As we go into black number 10, black even low, first column, first dozen. In the TR section of the wheel for black number 10. 10 now on its 8th appearance. That does mean that black 22 has fallen off the hot numbers list. Let's see if I can get my live chat back up. If I do that, there we go. And we are in red 34, another first column number. This time we're in the third dozen. We're red, we're even, and we're high in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Red 34 making its 6th appearance of the day. Average number in the middle 17. Black 22 in the first column in the middle dozen. Black even high in the Voisin section of the wheel for black 22. So it's time to come out. 48 spins in between the black 22s, but it's out again, and it's now up to joint 4th hottest number. So if it repeats, it'll become hottest number. Well, joint hottest number with 3, 7 and 9. $18 red next door to 22 in the third column in the middle dozen. Red, even and low in the Voisin section of the wheel for 18 red. Do you see my wire go whoosh? Don't know if you do. I'm just doing that so I don't step on it. Next result on the way. Other side of black 22, red number 9. Third column. First dozen. Red odd and low in the Orphaland section of the wheel for red number 9. So 3 spins, all in 3 pockets next to each other. Sometimes happens. The wheel has no memory though. It could fall anywhere in the wheel. And this time we're in the opposite side of the wheel with my favourite number, red 27. Third column, third dozen for red 27. It's red. It's odd. It's a high number in the TR section of the wheel for red 27. Red 27 is making its 7th appearance of the day. Not so hot, not so cold. Black 35 is our quietest number, 143 spins since we last saw it. And what's the next result going to be? A red 14. Number of love, middle column, middle dozen. A red even low. Orphaland section of the wheel for red 14. Going to try and get through another 100 spins so we've got at least 300 under our belt today. Black 31 in the first column in the third dozen. It's black. It's odd. It's a high number. It's in the Orphaland section of the wheel. And that result is black 13. 13, black and odd, low number. First column, middle dozen, TR section of the wheel. Red number 12. 12 in the third column in the middle, in the first dozen, I beg your pardon. Third column, middle dozen. Middle dozen? I said it again. Third column, first dozen. Red even low in the voisin section of the wheel. Almost 1 in every 5 spins has been a neighbour of 22 today. That's quite remarkable, really. As we go into black number 6. 6 in the third column. First dozen. Black even low. Awful land section of the wheel for black number 6. Next result is on its way in a matter of seconds. Where are we going to go next? We'll find out together. We are in red 18. Red 18. Third column, middle dozen. It's red, it's even, it's low. In the voisin section of the wheel, one of the direct neighbours of black 22. So chalk another one to the neighbours of 22. See, because black 22 is not the hottest anymore, at least I can find something positive to say. Neighbours of 22 are doing very, very well. A red 23, middle column, middle dozen. Red, odd and high. TS section of the wheel for red 23. And your next result is a matter of seconds away. Couple of spins a minute here at the real wheel. Real live European roulette wheel. Made by TCS. Spun by me. Hand spun wheel. Black number 6 is the next result in the third column in the first dozen. In the awful land section of the wheel, it's black, it's even, and it's low. Black number 6 now on its 5th appearance of the day, doing very well for itself in recent times. Twice there on the marquee. Black number 6 is the coldest pocket on this wheel, extrapolated over 10,000 spins. As we go into red number 12, another number doing quite well for itself today. A red 12, third column, first dozen. Red even low, voisin section of the wheel for red number 12. Red number 9, the only number that's hit 10 spins today. Black 31 next to it is on 9 spins, as well as 3 and 7 and 18. And 36 is on 8 spins. 1, 22, 32 on 8 spins as well. As well as 19. 34, however, is only on its 7th appearance of the day. 34, red and even, high number. Third dozen, first column, awful land section of the wheel for red 34. You can see red 34 there bookending the marquee. Top and tail of it. A red 18 in the third column in the middle dozen. It's red, it's even, it's low. In the voisin section of the wheel, and it's a direct neighbour of black 22. Last time 18 was out, we saw 22 with it. No, we didn't. Red 18 was with 23 and 6 last time. The time before that, though, there are 3 18s there on the marquee. Black 29 hadn't been out in 64 spins, but it's out again now. Another neighbour of 22. This time it's black odd and high in the voisin section of the wheel. Third dozen, middle column. Black 29 was the first number I spun 4 times in a row. About 5 years ago now, maybe a little bit shorter. And that is black number 8, middle column, first dozen, black even low, TR section of the wheel. Racing through these spins. going to get to 300 spins in this session, I hope. Black number 2, middle column, first dozen, black even low. The white end section of the wheel for black number 2. The most recent result is on the left hand side of the marquee, and then you see 14 other results, so 15 numbers on the marquee. And that is red 19, 19 red odd high number in the first column, in the middle dozen, part of the voisin section of the wheel, red 19. Red 19 now on its 9th appearance of the day. Joint second hottest with 31.37 as well, so 4 numbers on 9 spins. 18 and 9, the hottest numbers so far today, 10 spins apiece for both of those. And that is red 32 in the middle column in the third dozen, red even high in the voisin section of the wheel, red 32. Next result on the way. And that is red 16 in the first column in the middle dozen. Red even low in the TS section of the wheel for red 16. And we're getting a new result in a matter of seconds. 3 red numbers in a row, preceded by 3 black numbers in a row, which is preceded by 3 red numbers in a row. We've been waiting for the Orpheland the longest. Red 34 was the last time we were in that. Red 32 last time we were in the voisin. As we go back into black 22, 22 in the first column in the middle dozen. It's black, it's even, it's a high number in the voisin section of the wheel, and it's our special number today, black 22, now on its 9th appearance of the day. Joint third hottest with 31.37, 32 and 19, all on 9 spins. Really tight bunch today. Black 24, black and even, a high number, third column in the TS section of the wheel, and its middle dozen. And your new result is coming. What's it going to be next? Black 22 consistently coming out at the moment. Never too far between spins for black 22. Legs 11 and black 26 our cold numbers, 1 spin apiece. And that is red 19, warming up a lot in recent times. Red 19 in the first column in the middle dozen. It's red, it's odd, it's a high number in the voisin section. Now on 10 spins, along with 18 and 9. So 3 numbers all on 10 spins. We've got another 5 numbers hot on their heels. A red 32, now on 10 spins as well. Third dozen middle column, red even high in the voisin section of the wheel for red 32. So 4 hottest numbers so far today, or 4 joint hot numbers, 18, 32, 19 and 9. All of them red, 3 of them in the voisin. 2 high, 2 low, 2 odd, 2 even. And red number 9 is joining on, it's not joining, it has become the hot number. Red number 9, third column, first dozen. A red odd low, Orpheland section for red number 9. 11 times out. Black 22 just needs a repeater for it to become a joint hottest. And we're in black 24, 24, black and even, high number. Third column, middle dozen. TS section of the wheel for black 24. You can see 24 on the marquee before. Last time we had a 24, 22 was close by. Black number 20, middle column in the middle dozen. It's black, it's even, it's a high number. And it's in the Orphanland section of the wheel. Black number 20. Black number 20 is making its 7th appearance of the day. One of our warm middle column numbers. 32 is our hottest middle column number on 10 spins. It's the only middle column number on the hot numbers list though. Red 23, middle column, middle dozen. Red, odd and high in the TS section of the wheel for red 23. And our next result is on the way. Where are we going to go next? 37 different pockets on this wheel, 0 through to 36. European roulette wheel, single 0, but American size. At 31.5 inches, or 80 centimeters as we go into black 22. 22, black and even, high number, middle dozen, first column, part of the voisin section of the wheel. 10 times out for black 22, now second hottest. Black 35 hadn't been out in 170 spins, but it's out now. Black 35 on its third appearance of the day. Black and odd. High number in the middle column in the third dozen. Part of the voisin section of the wheel. Black 35. 11 and 26 still our cold numbers. 11's not been out in 78 spins. 26 not been out in 63 spins. And that's black 24. 24, black and even, high number in the middle dozen, third column. Part of the TS section of the wheel for black 24. 24 very hot in recent memory. 3 times there on the marquee. 24 now on its 10th appearance. It's warmed up. Joining 22, 18, 32 and 19 on 10 spins. So we've got 5 numbers on 10 spins. Red number 9 on 11 spins. And that is black number 6, black and even, low number, third column, first dozen, part of the Orphanland section of the wheel. New result on the way. Spin number 238. Only the one number in the 100 club at the moment, the Huge and Rouge 36. And that is black 28 in the first column in the third dozen. Black even and a high number in the voisin section of the wheel. Black 28. New result on the way. Little chain of black numbers happening at the moment as well. And we break the chain with red 19. 19 in the first column in the middle dozen. Red odd high in the voisin section of the wheel. 11th time out for red 19. Joint hottest with red number 9, I beg your pardon. Black 22, red 18 hot on their heels. 10 spins apiece along with 32 and 24. 31 on 9 spins along with 3, 7, 23 and probably some more that have fallen off the edge of the list. A big green 0, not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the voisin section and it's on its 5th appearance. Big green 0. Next result is coming. What's it going to be? Big green 0 off the cold numbers list now. Slightly below average, I want to say, but not too shabby for the big green 0. And we're in black number 6, black and even, low number, third column, first dozen, Orphanland section of the wheel for black number 6. See 6 there twice on the marquee. We've not been in the tier now since black 24. And it's always nice to do it twice, as nothing sweeter than a repeater with black number 6. Third column, first dozen, black even low, all for land section of the wheel for black number 6. 6 climbing up the list, now on 8 appearances so far today. 3 of those have been in the last 10 spins. Are we going to get 666? It's very rare I do a repeater of 6, I've got to be honest with you. We are not, we're going 664. Not sure if that has any significance, but number 4, black and even. Low number, first column, first dozen, Voisin section of the wheel for black number 4. And we're moving on from black number 4. 4 is on now, its 6th appearance of the day. Quite a cold number. Not freezing, but not hot either. Still only the one number in the 100 club, that being red 36, 126 spins, I beg your pardon, since we last saw it. And we wiped our feet in black 22, but we ended up in red 18. Red 18 in the first nothing, middle dozen, third column. We're red, we're even, we're low. We're in the Voisin section of the wheel. 4 even numbers back to back, 4 low numbers back to back. 3 have been black, 1 has been red. In the tier with red 27, third column, third dozen, red odd high. For red 27, moving on from red 27 to our next result. We're almost halfway through the session. Almost halfway through, and I'm thinking likely final session for today. I might do one bonus session later this afternoon. But with the way my voice is feeling, I'm going to need to rest it for a good 3 or 4 hours. Black number 2 is the next result. Middle column, first dozen, black even low in the Voisin section of the wheel for black number 2. Moving on from black number 2 to the next result. Red 25, next door to number 2 in the Voisin section of the wheel. It's in the third dozen in the first column. It's red, it's odd, and it's a high number. Red 25. Second column, still the quietest column. 25.5% of the results in there. As we go into the first column, first dozen, black even low, it's number 10 in the TS section of the wheel. Where are we going to go next? That is the question. Number 10, by the way, on its 9th appearance of the day. A lot of numbers on 9 spins, though. A lot of numbers on 10 spins as well. And red 32 is the next result. Red 32 on its 11th appearance of the day. Middle column, third dozen, red, even and high. In the Voisin section of the wheel, it's red 32. Still no runaway hot number today. Red number 5 hadn't been out in 90 spins. Red number 5 in the middle column in the first dozen. It's red, it's odd, it's low. It's in the TF section of the wheel. It's red number 5. 5th time out for red number 5. Still on the cold numbers list, but it's now in joint 7th coldest. Red number 9 on its 12th appearance of the day. Red and odd, low number, third column, first dozen. Part of the Awful Land section of the wheel, hottest number of the day, red number 9. 18, 19 and 32 all on 11 spins. Then we've got 22 and 24 on 10 spins. And then a bunch of numbers on 9 spins. A red 14, Number of Love, middle dozen, middle column, red even low, in the Orphanland section of the wheel. Red 14 now on its 6th appearance of the day. Red 14 doing quite well for itself compared to other numbers, but not so well compared to some more numbers. It's middle of the road, red 14. Banged where I'd expect it. 6 spins in just over 250 spins. Red number 12, 3rd column, 1st dozen, red, even and low, in the Voisin section of the wheel for red number 12. Red number 12 is now on its 7th appearance of the day, doing quite well. And we've got a new result coming any second now. It is red 18 on its 12th appearance of the day. It's red and even. A low number in the 3rd column in the middle dozen, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. 18 and 9, straddle number 22. 18 and 9 on 12 spins, 22 on 10 spins, and 32 and 19 on 11 spins. They are separated by number 15 on the wheel. Red number 30, 3-0. 3rd column, 3rd dozen, even and high in the TS section of the wheel for red number 30. Red number 30 on its 4th appearance of the day. Very cold number, red number 30. 11's got 2 more spins, or else it's in the 100 club. 98 spins since we last saw legs 11. And that is the Number of Love, red 14, middle column, middle dozen, red even low, in the Orphanland section of the wheel. And that's red number 5, odd and low, middle column, 1st dozen, TS section of the wheel. And that's red 18 on its 13th appearance of the day, the hottest number. In the middle dozen in the 3rd column, it's red, it's even, it's low, it's in the Voisin section of the wheel. 13 times out now for red 18. And that's red number 7, 7 red and odd, low number, 1st column, 1st dozen. In the Voisin section of the wheel, red number 7. 7 is on its 10th appearance of the day, joining 22 and 24 on 10 spins. And that's black 17, first black number in a long time. 17, black and odd, middle column. Middle dozen, Orphanland section of the wheel, only its 3rd appearance of the day. 11 and 36 in the 100 club, 103 spins since we last saw 11. 143 spins since we last saw 36. 36 was a hot number, it's still on 8 spins, but it's not been out in 143 spins. And that's red number 1, 1st column, 1st dozen, odd and low, in the Orphanland section of the wheel. Next result on the way. Black 33, 3rd column, 3rd dozen, odd and high in the TS section of the wheel. Apologies, that was a no spin. Let's send the wheel back round that way. Trying to do a short spin and I forgot to let go properly. Sometimes happens. First no spin of the day. Red number 12, 3rd column, 1st dozen, red even low, in the Voisin section of the wheel. Just the 15 minutes left with me today. May do a bonus session at about 4 or 5 o'clock, but don't hold your breath for it. Big green 0, not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the voisin section of the wheel. As you can tell, my voice is just slowly going today. Sound right full of a cold now. It was fine earlier. Black 33, third column, third dozen, black, odd and a high number in the TS section of the wheel. Next result on the way. You can see that chain of red numbers starting to fall off the marquee now. Horses number 18 on 13 spins, 9 on 12 spins, 32 on 11 spins along with 19. And that is the number of love, 14, middle column, middle dozen, red, even and low in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Red 14, 3 times there on the marquee, bookending the marquee and once in the middle as well. Red 14 now on its 8th appearance of the day. The number of love. And that is black number 8, middle column, first dozen, black even low in the TS section of the wheel. As we move on to our next result, what's it going to be? Red, black, or even high or low? Or could it be the green 0? We'll find out together in just a couple of seconds' time, waiting for the drop-in of this ball. We're in black 13, first column in the middle dozen. It's black, it's odd, it's a low number in the TS section of the wheel. (13) on its 7th appearance of the day, middle of the road number for black 13. And black number 2 in the middle column in the first dozen, black even low in the voisin section of the wheel. Black 26 about to join the 100 club, 97 spins since we last saw it. Red 21, 84 spins, black 15, 77 spins, 112 spins since we saw legs 11, 152 spins since we saw red 36. And that is black 26 not joining the 100 club, middle column first dozen, middle column third dozen rather. It's black, it's even, it's high in the voisin. You can tell my voice is going. My brain's not too far behind today. Only this second time out for black 26 means our coldest number is legs 11 on one spin. 36 and 11, two quietest numbers as well, and they are next to each other. As we go into red number 1, odd and low, first column, first dozen, Orphaland section of the wheel. Next result on the way. Black 29, middle column, third dozen, black, odd and a high number in the voisin section of the wheel. Black 29 making its 9th appearance of the day. Plethora of numbers on 10 spins, 1, 7, 22 and 24. 19 and 32 on 11 spins, 9 on 12 spins, 18 on 13 spins as we go into legs 11. 11, middle column, first dozen, black odd low in the TS section of the wheel, second time out for legs 11. 11 and 26, our coldest numbers, 2 spins apiece for those. Quietest number, however, is 36, that's 156 spins unseen, but it's on 8 spins. So it was very hot earlier and it's cooled right down. As we go into black 28 in the first column in the third dozen, it's black, it's even, it's a high number. In the voisin section of the wheel, it's black 28. Black 35, middle column, third dozen, odd and high in the voisin section of the wheel, it's black 35. Black 35 at another cold number, only 4 times out today. Black 35, always nice to do it twice, nothing sweeter than a repeater. Twice in a row for Black 35, middle column, third dozen, odd and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. Off the cold numbers list, it's now in 6th coldest place on 5 spins. Next result is on the way, what's it going to be? A long rim into red 16, 16 in the first column in the middle dozen. It's even and low in the TS section of the wheel. A red 16 was your latest result. Red 16, if you're interested, is on its 7th appearance of the day. New result coming in a matter of seconds. Only 9 minutes left with me today. And that is red 18, 14th time out for red 18 in the middle dozen. In the third column, even and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. Red 18, 14 times out. It's got a 2-spin lead over red number 9, which is the second hottest number. And that is red 19 in the first column in the middle dozen. It's odd and it's high. It's in the Voisin section of the wheel. Red 19 making its 12th appearance of the day. Joint second hottest with red number 9. 32 is 4th hottest on 11 spins. 1, 7, 22 and 24 all on 10 spins. That is Black 29 in the middle column. It's odd, it's high, it's in the third dozen in the Voisin section of the wheel. New result coming on the way. Apologies for the lack of energy in this 45-minute segment. I feel like I'm getting a little bit ill. Oh dear. Black number 20, even and high. Middle column, middle dozen, awful land section of the wheel for black number 20. And that is black 26 in the middle column in the third dozen, even and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. New result on the way. 26 only on its third appearance of the day. That means legs 11 is the coldest number on 2 spins. 21 about to join the 100 club. A red 16 in the first column in the middle dozen, even and a low number in the TS section of the wheel. It's red 16. Twice there on the marquee. Red 16 now on its 8th appearance of the day. And that is red number 3, third column, first dozen, odd and low in the Voisin section of the wheel. And that is black number 20, middle column in the middle dozen, even and high in the awful land section of the wheel. Black 20 is now on its 9th appearance of the day. Very well done for black number 20. Only the 6.5 minutes left with me. As we go into black 35, warming up in recent times. It's an odd high number in the Voisin section of the wheel. Middle column, third dozen. It's black 35. 3 times there on the marquee. Half its spins have been in the last 15 spins. And that is black number 20. Whoa, the Hokey Cokey repeater. Middle column, middle dozen, even and a high number in the awful land section of the wheel. 3 times on the marquee as well for black number 20. 20 making its 10th appearance of the day. 22 did make its 10 spins today. Doing very well for itself. And that is black number 10, first column, first dozen, even and low, TS section of the wheel. Spin number 289 happening on your screens right now. And that is red 25 in the first column in the third dozen. It's odd and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. Red 21 now in the 100 club, 15 not far behind, 97 spins since we last saw 15, 104 spins since we last saw Red 21, 172 spins since we last saw Red 36. And that is Black 35, warming up significantly in recent times. Middle column, third dozen, odd and high, Voisin section of the wheel. C35 bookending the marquee. It had a repeater. One repeater's fallen off, gone to the front of the marquee. 3 times there on the marquee. That is red number 30, 3-0, even and high, third column, third dozen, TS section of the wheel. Red number 14, middle column, middle dozen, even and low, in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Red 23, middle column, middle dozen, odd and high, TS section of the wheel. Red 21, not been out in 108 spins, but it's out now in the middle dozen in the third column. It's an odd high number in the Voisin section of the wheel. Red 21 making its 6th appearance of the day. Black number 4 in the Voisin section of the wheel. It's even and low, first column, first dozen. Spin number 296 happening on your screens right now. Going to get up to 300 rather, and then call it a day, I think. Not feeling so great now. But do not fret, we shall be back tomorrow. Red 32 in the middle column in the third dozen. It's even and high in the Voisin section of the wheel. 3 more spins. Not including this one. 4 spins including this one. And that is red number 1, first column, first dozen, odd and low, in the Orphaland section of the wheel. Next result on the way. What's it going to be? Red number 1 on its 11th appearance of the day. Black 22 did make it into the double-digit club. I'm proud of Black 22. And that is red number 5, odd and low, in the middle column in the first dozen and in the TS section of the wheel. Penultimate spin now. Always nice to do it twice. There's nothing sweeter than a repeater. Red number 5 twice in a row. Middle column, middle column, first dozen. It's red, it's odd, it's low, it's in the TS section of the wheel. Second time in a row for red number 5. Are we going to finish on a trebolina? That is the question. Final spin. I'll quickly go through the stats and then call it a day after 300 spins. We are not. We're finishing on black number 2, even and low, in the first dozen in the middle column, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. So after 300 spins, 55% red to 43% black, 2% in the green 0. 50% even, 48% odd, 49.3% in the low numbers, 48.7% in the high numbers. First column 34.3%, middle column 30%, third column 33.7%, first dozen 34%, middle dozen 34.7%, third dozen 29.3%, Voisin 46.3%, Tiers 30.7%, Orpheland 23%. Our cold numbers to start with, our coldest number is legs 11 on 2 spins, 17 and 26 on 3 spins, then 30, 15, 28 on 5 spins. Quietest numbers, 22's not been in 67 spins, 34, 83 spins, 31, 91 spins, and the 2 numbers we didn't see this session was 15 and 36, 108 spins for 15, 183 spins for 36. And finally our hot numbers. In 5th hottest we've got 1 on 11 spins, in joint 2nd hottest we've got 32, 19 and 9 on 12 spins, and our hottest number today is red 18 on 14 spins. My name's been Adam, this has been The Wheel. I shall see you all tomorrow where hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better. Thank you for watching, a big thank you to Alan as well, and hopefully 22 will warm back up in tomorrow's session.